if you get a book, you have to have some tools prior that helps you understand the book. So if it's your ABCs, if it's a syllabus, if it's just the introduction to it, and that's what it was in Supreme Math. And with 120, the other thing about it is it allows us to come together and have a basis or a root for how we interact with each other, like the God was saying. Because it's like if we have a disagreement, it's 12 of us right now, and we say let's put it to a vote. 7 of us say yay, 5 of us say no. There's gonna be 5 people that's dissatisfied, right? Right. But we know in our lessons that when you want to get something done, everybody got to be in agreement. That's the knowledge cipher agreeing on 1 to 40, and understand the culture agreeing on 1 to 40. It says we all agree. So now that's how when I come amongst my brother and we having an argument, I can relate back to 120 and say, yo, God, guess what? We all got to agree on this. Because this is how we did it in the past according to this oral tradition, according to 120, God. But you're right, mathematics is the foundation, and that's the difference between us and the Muslim gods. Right. Mathematics is play for them. It's cute. And when I listen to a lot of them are drawn up by the flag. They like the way the flag look. They like the fact that we deal with Supreme Math. I always hear them say that the Muslims got it, but I don't ever hear the Muslims building on it. You know what I'm saying? Then they hold on to Abu Shahid, which I'm cool with that, because that's their father. That's their father. Because remember, Abu Shahid said when he first met Allah was already saying he was Allah, and he was arguing with the FOI. So we know Allah already had a discrepancy before he walked out that mosque. You know what I'm saying? Abu Shahid, well, in one part of Wakil's book, Abu Shahid said he left for economic reasons. They were painters, and they had to go get money in the street. But
he told me, Abu Shahid told me right here, and I have the recording of it.
The first time I met the father, we was in the Nation of Islam, and we had squads that. And what is the meaning of FOI? It's the name given to the military training of men. And we learned discipline and organization because we had just got out the army. And we were selling Muhammad Speaks newspaper out in Long Island, Strong Island. We used to take the newspaper out and attack the community like we was shooting it down. We knock on everybody's door and sell them a paper. And so we was on the L platform coming back, and the father was arguing with another FOI member about he was Allah. The father was saying, I'm Allah, and the brother was telling him, you can't be Allah, because the Allah is all in all. And the father said, I'm all in all, an arm, a leg, an arm, and a head. And I agreed with him, and I took his side, and we became fast friends and hung together from that day till the day he died.
You know what I'm saying? Now there was a lesson which firstborn Prince was saying that Allah and Abu Shahid argued for a couple of days about what came first, the knowledge of the wisdom. Abu Shahid denies that.
Somebody put out a plus lesson telling a goddamn lie on me, talking about me and the father argued for 3 days and 3 nights over the mathematics because I want to put the wisdom before the knowledge. And I say to myself and to everybody else, how you gonna be wise if you don't know a goddamn thing? And that's elementary mathematics.
I'm not trying to speak bad on them. This is just facts, guys. It's just facts. It's just like if you read somebody that had a book and they passed away and you're comparing truth, just like comparing the different books of the Bible, right? And Abu Shahid, he said several occasions, and like you said, that they left together. But then when he was being interviewed by Philip Muhammad on Lions Out of the Cage, I think it was in 2014, I got the date at the crib. His exact words, I got it written down. You know what I'm saying? His exact words was that Allah left because he had some family issues that he didn't want to discuss, and he said, I don't want to throw dirt on the men. Then he said, Allah left. Then he said, I went to hang out with Allah and them, and I was smoking weed with them, and the Muslims came and busted me, and they suspended me, and I never came back. And his exact words was, I wanted a reason to be out there with Allah anyway. So now it's which one is it? You left with him, or he left before you, and you're the one that got suspended, not him. Right. Because it's, the Muslims always want to make it seem like he got suspended, that he didn't have a disagreement. But yet, even in Wakil's book, he talks about his brother. His brother said that Allah had a disagreement with the actual information. Habakkuk, Razul, whatever he's calling himself now, he mentions in that book that Allah had his own perspective on the lessons, that he was teaching it different from the way the Nation of Islam was teaching it, but out of respect respect for them, he wasn't doing it openly, which meant that Allah just wasn't running out there being as bold as we are today, because he had just stepped from there, and he was trying to piecemeal things, and at the same time he was understanding quality, understanding God up into like culture knowledge. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying, we roughly that age now, God, so we know how it is to deal with another man and not want to upset them, but still teach them what you teach. Give it to the babies, let them believe what they want to believe.
iNFMEGA did this.